Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, we're going to tell you about our Chords and Chrome show. If you've not heard this show, it's live Monday nights, and we're going to share with you what's gone on since we started this show in January. You are not going to want to miss it. This is an exciting episode for sure. It's a fun show. Hey, before we get to that, though, let me tell you about one of our great sponsors, not only here, but on our Chords and Chrome show. They sponsor our interviews with different guests, and they are also one of the safest fleets in the country. Bison just received the grand prize for Fleet Safety Awards Large Carrier Division for the 17th time in a row. That's the highest safety honor at the TCA convention. They also earned second place in over 100 million mile category, marking 21 years consecutively receiving that safety award. So when someone says, well, Bison's not a very safe fleet, I beg to differ. Right there is the proof. Hey, don't you want to work for a fleet like that? They're looking for truck drivers. They're looking for owner-operators. If that is you, the best way to do it is to go to bisondriving.com. They have steady work. You get paid on time. If you're an owner-operator, they've got service, maintenance, service parts, and fuel discounts available to you. And look at the support team. You know that you're driving for one of the safest fleets around. All right, so check them out at bisondriving.com. All right, let's get into Chords and Chrome.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
All right, so our Chords and Chrome show, and if you don't know about this show, it's Monday nights, 7 o'clock, and you'll know it when you hear this.
You're listening to the Chords and Chrome show on Lead Pedal Radio.
All right, there you go. There you go. That's the Chords and Chrome intro for sure. Now, this show is meant to be kind of like a variety show. We wanted a way of melding both the podcast and trucking and Lead Pedal Radio. We've kept them separate. We're still keeping them separate, but the podcast is meant to be business and careers. We talk about serious topics within the industry. Lead Pedal Radio is meant to be the entertainment side. So we want to play good music. We want to play especially trucking music because that's what we're into. We also want to showcase musicians. We do a lot of work with indie musicians, and we want to showcase that. And we also want to have some fun. We have a trivia game that we've got on, but the guests are not necessarily trucking. So some are trucking, some are musicians, but they're somehow connected. And we've had some great guests on the show. When it comes to the trucking side, we've had people like Chuck Snow. We've had Kevin Klein, who's the organizer for the Great Canadian Truck Show. We've had Jen Gunter and Rob Allardyce, who are the team for the organizers for the Woodstock Truck Show. So we've had some great people on there that are connected to the trucking industry, and we had some fun talking about, with Chuck Snow, we were talking about his old truck collection. With Kevin Klein, we were talking about some of the fun things going on at the event, what it's like to organize a truck show. With the Woodstock team, we were talking about what some of the fun, they just changed locations, all that kind of stuff. And I want to play some of that for you here, just some snippets so you can hear exactly kind of the fun that we've been having on the show. So if you want to hear what's going on in the trucking industry, here's some of our guests from the Chords and Chrome show.
By far my favorite station. You're best. Oh yeah. I love you guys.
Thanks for listening.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
So you got
liquor license and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. So, what's you got Dry County coming back? From last year to this year, do we have any changes? We had a pretty good layout. What's going to go on for this year? Kind of give us the high stuff for this year.
So Friday night, the opening band is the JPK band. They're a Tragically Hip tribute band. So they'll be opening for Dry County. Yep. And one thing we've also added, we're going to have like a DJ in between, and after Dry County's done, we'll be running a DJ till 1 or 2 in the morning.
You didn't tell me about that, Rob. We didn't discuss that DJ part till 1 in the morning. I think we need to have a conversation.
Wow. And then,
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now.
Okay.
And then Saturday night, Paige Rutledge is opening the show.
Oh, we know Paige. Paige is awesome. That's good.
And then Rob Fitzgerald from Hamilton.
Yeah.
And then Cody Robinson.
Okay.
He's amazing. He's so good. You guys will be very happy with him.
Was he there last year, Cody?
No, Cody was not there last year. He's never played. He's never played at the Woodstock Truck Show, but he did play at the Woodstock Fair. Was it Woodstock Fair last year? I think it was. Some kind of event in Woodstock. He actually works for Sunbelt Rentals, and that's how we got in contact with him. Okay. Also, Rob reached out to his manager as well, but he reminds me a lot of Luke Combs. His voice is incredible. I'm very excited to see him live again. He is honestly he's one of the best, I think, in this area for sure.
Right down to the solo cup on stage.
Yeah, he's got quite the personality. He's just such a down to earth dude too. So
Toby inspired so many people.
You're right. Red solo cup.
And then Abrams, they're headlining on Saturday night.
Right. Okay.
They were there last year, but we had a lot of requests to bring them back. People absolutely loved them. They had the banjo out going, and they just had such an electric vibe to them. And the crowd just went absolutely wild with the Abrams. So we had so many requests to bring them back. So we're like, hey, why not? We'll bring them back and see what happens next year. Obviously, we'll change up the lineup all over again. But we're excited to have the Abrams back again. They were incredible.
So you've got 2 good nights of music. So what's happening during the day when I'm awake? Can I go to
a lot
bed
of
early?
dust.
You know what? I just figured out after that show, my computer started shutting off my laptop that I use, and didn't realize I had to go in and clean it. And the amount of dust I took out of there from your show, and I think where else I did a couple shows that were pretty dusty after yours as well. And I'm thinking, okay, I need to do this on a regular basis. I found that out. So the truck pulls. Do we have truck pulls again this year?
We
Yes.
do. Yep.
Okay. All right. And then is it a different people? We had different people. We had some challenges last year with the truck pulls as far as, I don't know, people arriving. I think we even had people arriving late. So what do we got? We got the truck pulls. We got show and shine. Who won the show and shine last year? Did someone other than the Skillix team, who probably won every year, but
Hey now. I'm trying to remember who got best of show last year.
Is it Canadian Truxedo?
No, Canadian Truxedo from Dickerson got Peer's Choice. So
Okay.
That ballot was a ballot that all the drivers who registered, they got a ballot in their driver's bag, and they had to come up and vote for the truck that they wanted to win. So Canadian Truxedo from Dickerson got that one.
Abrams.
Jake Abrams got Best Bobtail.
It worked out really well. The layout was phenomenal, I believe. Again, lots of room in there. It brought everybody closer to the track. People had a much better opportunity to go over and watch the guys on the motorcycle track. All round, as we grow, I think it's a much better area having us inside the track area. When we moved to Grand Bend initially, we would have liked to go on the inside. However, the track, they had their cars running the first couple of years, which they don't now. That's why they've opened it up to the trucks.
Oh, okay. And was there shade? I'm asking for all those people that got sunburnt years 1, 2, and 3, because there was like no shade out there other than the trucks, other than your truck, which is where people were sitting. So does this offer some more protection for people to go and watch and sit in the stands? Does that make it better for them?
So they can go sit in the stands. Absolutely. They can see the track, obviously being in the stands. The Oakwood fleet, oddly enough, might have the first dibs on a lot of the shade trees that are in the back area.
You hear that, Jeremy? You hear that?
If he's still listening there.
Oh, yeah. He's on here. I think that's 2 thumbs up and a whole bunch of fire stuff going on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And now, if you do music, are you doing it in that area, or are you back at? Cause I can't even. I'm trying to picture it now because I can't. You had a flatbed out in the main area where we were last time.
Correct.
So what's happening? So now, okay, so your layout must have totally changed. So
it completely changed.
So in the field, it's just the trucks, and then so no vendors or anything are in the field. Everybody's in this main area, and just you come out to watch and look at the trucks.
Correct.
Oh.
So that field where you set up there, right by the shower shack there, that's all the camping out.
Now one of our sponsors for usually our featured truck of the week is RS2000 Tax Services. They do some great work. They help owner-operators and truck drivers keep some money in their pocket. They specialize in the trucking and farming industries. We work for them ourselves, so we know how good they are. They've been great sponsors. They were one of the first sponsors that ever came on the podcast, and they also sponsor our radio side, and we do usually a featured truck of the week, and they are usually the sponsor of that. So check out rs2000tax.com to learn all about them. But we also, in addition to the guests from the trucking side, we also have a lot of guests on the musician side. And those musicians have been people like Blaine Jeffrey of the Crude Awakening Band, Ben Kemple, who's not only a musician but a music producer, Jamie Taylor, trucking musician from Newfoundland, and of course we've got GM Blacktop, who's been on there. Here are some of the interesting conversations we've had around trucking and music on Chords and Chrome.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
All right, I'm here with Ben Kemple, and we are in the studio among the hung. Ben, let's start there. Why was that the name of your studio?
Yeah, it's a name that a friend suggested, and it rhymed, and I've never come up with a better idea or another idea, so it just stuck.
It's very cool. So now, is this what you do? We've been here all day. I don't know how your head's not freaking out. I know mine is, just like all the tracks and the backs and forth. How do you keep it all straight? So is this what you do?
It's one of the things I do, yeah. I mean, like so many people in the Canadian music business, I have a day job as well, but this is what I do when I'm not 9 to 5ing.
Okay, and so this stuff here. Now I hear you're a talented musician as well. The guys told me that. I didn't have that way. They say you're very and you've got all the gear. How long have you been in this business?
I guess I started recording about 25 years ago. Okay. Yeah, so it's been a while. Okay. Yeah. And are
you in a band as well? Like, do you play, or you just fill in, play whatever?
Yeah, I'm in an original band called The Advantage, and we were out of KW, and then I play cover gigs in various bands and solo gigs through the area. Yeah.
So today we were tracking, mostly the drums, I understand, was kind of the main goal, I think, to get the drums down. How many days of this? So each one will come in for their part to do this over again?
Exactly, yeah. Do the drums and get them all cleaned up, and then bass and guitars and then vocals. That's usually the order of operations.
Okay. And how long is this process going to take you? I know they go home now, but you have this. How long will this take you? A few months to get this done?
About 4 years, probably.
4 years.
We
won't tell the band.
We're doing 5 songs, so we'll be done in months. It's not going to be weeks. It's going to be months. Right. You know, maybe 4 months, kind of thing.
And musicians can just kind of call you and say, "Hey, we want to produce a record," or are you very selective on who you?
Well, I tend to have as much as I can handle, so I'm always looking, to meet new people and take on new projects because I like learning and meeting people. Yeah. But it's not like I'm, desperate for work or anything. I'm usually a little bit behind.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I think, how you want to be, right? Like you always want to be a little bit behind and motivated to get to the finish line, right?
In demand. And when did you? So was this church here? Like, were you living in this? We're in an old church. Was that part of the plan? Like when you got that, did you say, "Hey, we're gonna have a studio and a church is perfect," or were you just happen to be living here and go, "Hey, the acoustics are perfect here"?
It was more the first. I was doing this in a house, like a regular house originally, and then this came as an option, and I jumped on it because they don't come around very often, and it's a great place to record acoustic instruments. So.
It's a beautiful spot. Is this the way you see the future here now? Like I see more people with home studios. I have a home studio. Do people still go to these giant, where it always seems so luxurious, where the board goes along the wall?
Yeah, I think there's still a market for commercial studios, but it seems like a bigger proportion of recording is being done by people at home because you can do it at the same or similar levels, right?
What does, without giving me because I'm sure it changes based on, but roughly, so they're doing 5 songs. What does that cost? Because I work with a lot of indie artists who are going to be wondering, how much does it cost to get like 5 songs done?
Well, it depends.
Don't give me an exact price, but just a ballpark. Like, are we talking thousands of dollars for this, or how?
Yeah, thousands, but not a lot of thousands,
Right, okay.
right? Like not 10,000. Yeah, somewhere between 1 and 10,000.
Right.
Yeah, and depending on the material, like some music is easier to record and mix than others, right? Like if you're talking about a death metal band where there's an awful lot of notes and hits and the songs are 7 minutes and they have tons of instruments with keys and sound effects and all kinds of guitars and lead guitars and all kinds of takes, like it's more expensive to do than if it's somebody who's solo acoustic with a vocal and a cajon and they're really good at what they do, so they nail it right away. So the price depends on how much work it is.
Okay, and then what will they get at the end? Like EP, so they're going to get a digital copy of each finished song. Does it go somewhere else after you, or do you complete the whole process here? Like, what's mastering? Is that what you're doing now, or is mastering another step on top of this?
Mastering is the last stage in creating the final product. It's once the song is mixed down to a stereo 2-track, a mastering engineer will take that and do a final polish on it. And normally, if I'm working with a band where they want this to go like be broadcast quality, it's going to be going on streaming services or other Sirius or wherever, then I would recommend they send it to a mastering engineer who is, a separate set of ears. As far as mastering engineers go, you want somebody who has really good gear in a really good room and very experienced ears knowing what they're hearing. And so, I usually suggest send each song to be mastered after I'm done with it. So then I'm engineering it and mixing it, and then we send it to mastering for someone else.
Okay. And then so that they have digital copies. What's the final thing for the band? Is it digital copies? Nobody using CDs anymore. I don't know, but if they are, or what would you give them? I guess.
It would be a digital file, like a WAV file, right? And I haven't done a CD for someone in. It's been a few years now.
I don't even have a CD player on my computer. I don't know about yours.
Right. No, there isn't one there, so I can't even burn one. My old computer, I have CD burner. I can if they need it, but nobody's needed one for years.
No.
Yes.
You got a ton of gear here. How long? 25 years? Is this what the collection looks like, or are you at a lot of swap meets or something for this kind of gear? Or how do you get this much?
Most of this was purchased more than 10 years ago. Okay. And this is a new piece of gear right here that I tried for the first time on this session. Right. Bought it from a local engineer, Brian Alexanian. He sold it to me for a good deal. Thanks, Brian. Yeah. And that sounds great. But other than that, everything I've had for years and years, and I just, like once you accumulate enough like professional caliber gear, you don't really need more. And I lost the bug to try new things years ago. I just like my workflow, right? So, I've had it for a long time.
Is there anywhere you want people to go and follow you, connect if they're interested in hiring you for your services? Where would you like them to go?
Well, I have an Instagram account and a Facebook account, and if they look my name up, they'll find me because there aren't a whole lot of Ben Kempels out there.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So if people are interested, they can look me up.
Is your studio name out there?
No, it's not. It's just on the wall.
Oh, just on the wall.
Yeah.
I like the guitar. Only 3 strings though.
Yeah, well, it's easier to play that way.
Easier to play that. Ben, thanks for your time today. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for allowing us in your studio. This has been beautiful today, and I was amazed just at the process. I've never been part of this part of it before. So.
Oh, great. Thanks.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. So okay. So now, your songs, because you're driving in a circle. I know you're not driving in a circle, but because you're driving in a circle in the mines, does that take away some of the inspiration for writing because you're not seeing as much, or where's your inspiration coming from nowadays?
On our down days, talking to everybody from one side of Canada to the other, and just listening to them, their accents, their stories, right? Yeah. Once I start writing, I just take it from everywhere.
Are you taking notes? Like, hey, that's a good one. Tell me that again.
I do. If someone says something, I said, that's a nice title, or that's a good line. I put it right in my phone.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're like everybody else, keeping a database of ideas. I think that's the big thing for creatives, right? Is to just I find the more I'm sure you're the same, that the more you look for ideas, or the faster they seem to come. I find that you start thinking of things and titles just come. You almost got to train your mind. It's like playing sports, right? You gotta do that. So what's going on as far as music? What's the music scene like where you are? I know you're not playing a lot, but you're writing, so it must inspire you somewhere. Are there lots of people out there playing in your area, or?
In Bay Roberts there is a really musical community. All the legions and the bars, there's open mics everywhere. Any night at all, you can go anywhere and play the tunes, right? They love the music here.
Yeah, I've got that feeling. It's kind of like that whole East Coast small town thing, I think, is where it's, you know, people just like to hang around and play. So you just show up. Can you just show up and say, hey, I'm going to sit in on this song? Or is it always
anyone can, yeah.
Anyone can. So that's where all the music comes from. And are these people, do you have a band? Do you play in a band regularly? Or no, you're just...
No, usually if someone asks me to come out to a festival or an event, well, I'll come up and try to do a few songs for them. I sooner just write the music and go up to Dave's and do our thing there and release it on the...
Here you go, Dave. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. Does he ever lock the door and say, Jamie, I'm not home? Jamie just...
he's making good money.
Yeah. How this process? So you write them down, and do you put the music and all that to it before? Like, what does Dave get? Does he just get words on a paper, or what does he get? An email?
No, I sit down with the guitar and put the music to it, the melody.
Okay.
And then when it's half decent, I'm not that good at it, I'll send it to him, and he starts singing, and within a day or two, he gets back to me again. I got something for you. I'll send it to me, and I'll practice a little bit, half a day or so, and I'll go on up and record it.
Okay. So you're recording on your end. So you're sending him the song, that kind of they call them demos now, I guess they call them. So you send him that basically demo, he works it up, and then he sends it back to you, and you record it? Or
no, I'll sit on the couch or the kitchen table or the chair in the kitchen table, not on the table. Anyway, and I take my phone, record it, and I'll send it to him.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I'll send an email with the lyrics on it, and he'll listen to it. I've seen him like start to finish. Sometimes he wakes me up from the start to the end of it, and he'll sit down and he'll listen to it and get the beats down, I guess. He writes something on the paper.
Right.
Then he'll go over and acoustic guitar. Then he'll jump over on the drums. Then he'll do the bass. And then he'll start putting the electric guitar or keyboards or whatever else in, right? And he does it.
So he's putting them all track by track.
Yes.
On there, and then adds them up. So when you go play them somewhere in public, you got to bring 5 people with you because he's added drums and bass, and you got just your guitar. Or you go, I'm just going to do the acoustic version today.
I do acoustic. One time at a car show, I had the background music.
Okay.
And I've done it that way, and it worked out pretty good.
Yeah. They're just looking for the band. We don't see one, but we hear them, you know.
Well, when the music come on, everybody turned their heads because it was loud. And DJ Wheels was the song I started out with, so it was upbeat, right?
Yeah, it worked right into it. Oh, there's some good interviews there for sure. Hey, well, let me tell you about our trivia sponsor. That's DriverCheck. They sponsor not only this show, as you know, but they also sponsor our rapid fire trivia on Chords and Chrome. And of course, they've got their Fitness for Duty Summit happening October 28th. 2026, could be virtual this year, but they do drug and alcohol testing, cannabis in the workplace safety, and they got tons of resources for you. So check out drivercheck.ca. And we've had a lot of fun with them talking about their trivia game. We do rapid fire trivia on Chords and Chrome all the time, and I want to share a little bit about that. Maybe you can answer these rapid fire trivia questions.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
DriverCheck Rapid Fire Trivia, because I know this is what you want to do. We're going to do rapid fire trivia. We're doing Family Feud style for you today, so that's what we're going to be doing on the show. And I see we got some people on here. We got Kathy and Carmen and Binks and got the whole country on almost. Almost. As much as we need. All right. Let's get into some of our rapid fire trivia. You guys know how this works. I think we're up to $60 is I think what we're up to for today. $60 is where we are right now. So we're just kind of keeping the total running for today. So you guys know how to do this. We're doing Family Feud style, 5 questions. You guys tell us the answers. We'll see where this goes. All right. So here we go. You ready? Everybody ready? You know how to do this. You're asked for directions. What words would you use to describe a road without using the word road? So a type of road, I guess, is what I'm asking. All right, so I got a few possible answers there. Your car won't start. It's bad. Your car won't start. Name some possible problems that could happen if your car won't start. All right. So we're Canadians. I'm sure you guys have a whole list, but I've got about 4 or 5 possible answers right there. We should have asked Jamie this one. If you went to a St. Paddy's Day party, what types of items would you expect people to be wearing? I'm not even sure. I know. You haven't been to one lately. You don't remember. But I'm sure there's a number of items that you normally see people wearing at a St. Paddy's Day party. I'm looking for 4 possible answers. All right. This is for my trucking friends here. You're trying to describe a tractor trailer to someone. Without using the words tractor trailer, what words would you use to describe that type of truck? All right. So I got 4 possible answers for that. And our last one, name a luxury car brand that rich and famous people would drive. So don't look at my car. Look at a luxury car brand that rich and famous people would drive. If you've seen me yell at people on the roadways, then you know exactly what that is. All right, there you go. So that's been some of the fun that we've had on Chords and Chrome. Make sure you join us Monday nights at 7 o'clock live on either our YouTube channel for Lead Pedal Radio or on Lead Pedal Radio itself. We usually start it on Facebook and then we get off of there. But join us for some fun interviews. We're always looking for interesting guests. If you want to be a guest on the show, again, it's meant to be more entertainment. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors on the show, specifically Bison, DriverCheck, and RS2000 Tax Services for being part of the Chords and Chrome show. And I hope that we will see you again on one of the shows. Subscribe so you know when they're coming out, and you can check out full episodes of the show again on our YouTube channels or on Lead Pedal Radio. All right, and we hope to see you on the next Chords and Chrome.
You're listening to the Chords and Chrome show on Lead Pedal Radio.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.